As a young writer, Sheldon Harris aims to educate individuals on topics relating to self-improvement with his own experiences through publications. He's here today to discuss his newly published book called Developing Social Skills for Teens. Hey, Sheldon, welcome to Smile Jamaica.
Good morning, dear. I'm good to be here. It's good to be here.
Awesome to have you. Tell us a little bit about yourself, because first of all, I want people to understand, who is Sheldon to be writing this book?
Well, I'm an electrical engineer. I work with UC Russell. I have no prior experience with writing, so this is a new venture for me.
Right.
I decided to write this book because I really wanted to educate young persons about self-help skills, self-improvement skills they need to learn, things that are not normally taught in society and in schools as well.
Yeah. You studied in Russia?
Yeah, I studied in Russia.
How was that experience?
A very cool experience. Very cool experience, because I was right in the middle of Siberia, one of the coolest parts it can actually be in. But I did enjoy that experience thoroughly.
Wonderful. So what inspired you to do the book? Because now I know we talk a lot, almost every day, about our young people and the challenges they're having, particularly with social skills. What made you say, I'm going to put this in writing?
Okay, so for the last 2 years, I've been doing a lot of reading. I've been reading a lot of books like Deep Work, Ego is the Enemy, Think and Grow Rich as well. And I realized that, I don't actually learn any of this, much of this in school and outside of other places.
Yeah.
So I really wanted to put all that into this book and into other publications maybe.
In the future?
In the future.
So tell me about it now. When I'm reading it, what are some of the things that I'm going to learn? Did you put your own experiences in the book?
Yeah, that's one of the unique things about this book. I took, in each chapter, there were 8 chapters, I put unique scenarios that I've encountered myself into the book. So I tell my story here, and then from that I tell the reader how they could improve also, and how to apply their skills into their life also. Yeah. So yes, that's the perspective I'm coming from in this book.
So when they read it, it's personal, and
yeah, it's definitely personal when they read it. It's not like manual. I'm saying, oh, do this, do that, this, do that. I'm telling them from my personal experience, practical methods, and yeah.
Do you think that's one of the things that's missing with how we interact with young people? We tend to just give them a book of rules, but not something that they can resonate with.
Yeah, I definitely think it's something that's missing in terms of how we communicate with young people according to these topics. I definitely think that's approach we should take as parents, as teachers, along as friends, and so yeah. Enhancing
confidence, creating healthy relationships, and becoming a happier you. I'm gonna take them one by one. Enhancing confidence. Yes.
Okay, so here, well, before, especially in my high school days, I was not confident individual. You would never even get me up here to do an interview before. So I just shared how I developed that kind of confidence to talk to others, go to strangers and talk, and coming out to your comfort zone, especially if you're an introverted person. So I come off of that aspect when I talk about building confidence in this book.
And it's important because, even in the work world, you have to be able to relate to people and confidence.
Yeah, you have to be able to relate to people, especially in the working world.
Yeah.
Because I can just imagine you and your come up into this company as well, how you have to go to your way to do certain things and be confident in yourself to reach where you reach, especially for other individuals here as well.
Yeah. Relationships. And tell me about that one. Because, I don't know, Sheldon, now with social media, everybody's kind of locked in at home. And the biggest relationship we have is with our phones.
That's true, especially when we're coming out of the COVID period and we're isolated. Most of us, especially young people, have to spend a lot of times on their phones. And so even to go classes, to do everything. So I really wanted to emphasize on the relationship aspect of that. Not only peers, but maybe romantic relationships also.
Oh, that's another book too?
Yeah, I have a little bit of that in that book.
What is that? Oh, his dad's eyes just went, although he's read it, all right. Yeah, no, so talk to me about that, because you see, I like that you have that in it, because rather than navigate young people through relationships, We say, you're too young for have boyfriend, you're too young for have girlfriend. Instead of saying, well, at your age, maybe this is what a boyfriend and girlfriend relationship should look like. So that's in this as well. Talk to me about that.
That's definitely in it as well. In terms of boyfriend relationship, I don't go in depth. I think like that should be a totally different topic, but it's still in there. So one of the main things I go through is actually empathy. How you should be empathetic with your partner, how you should consider what they're feeling, not deny it, and that's how you build and grow relationships with your partners. Yeah.
What? No, man, it's a big book. This is
yeah, it's
right? And becoming a happier you. That's important. A lot of young people, when I meet them, they're border on depression, you know, because they're lost and they don't know how to become who they are. And you're saying that it's important that they're happy people. How does this allow you the confidence, the relationships to be happier?
Well, that's one of the final points I actually made in this book, like taking each of these steps in it, listening to others, developing your small talk skills, coming out of your shell will definitely make you a happy individual, because keeping yourself in that particular bubble can cause you to feel depressed. And I've been in that scenario already where I've been depressed, like, oh, why I can't go out and talk to people and so. And coming out of that shell now, well, I still have more to go, but coming out of it now has made me definitely more happier.
Yeah. Well, and here you are today talking about the book. It's Developing Social Skills for Teens. Where can we find it?
Okay, so you can find it on Amazon. You can just type in Developing Social Skills for Teens. It should pop up right on page 1. I'm sure everybody here can actually see the book. Yeah. And they can get it on Amazon. All
right, excellent. What's feedback been like for those who've read it?
The feedback has been excellent so far. They said like they could relate to it. They didn't feel like a guidebook when they read it, and they could completely relate to the material from all the individuals that have read my book so far. I'm definitely advising everybody in Jamaica to pick up a copy as well.
Yeah.
It's not only for teens. I have a lot of advice there that's applicable to adults, because I even had adult readers come to me and say,
they didn't see that teens saw things that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's important, guys. Schools, it's a great book to have in your libraries. Parents, have a read, because sometimes we're so out of touch with young people because we're not listening to them, and this is great. By the way, Sheldon's my cousin's son. Didn't tell me nothing about him publishing book or nothing. I saw it, I was like, but this is a good book. He needs to come talk about it. Yeah. I'm going to rub him about that all the way through Christmas. Author, Sheldon Harris speaking to us this morning. Coming up, we talk impending pension crisis. Stay tuned.